In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to work with spreadsheets in FIN 3920. We have a spreadsheet assignment in topic 1, so I'm going to go down here to topic 1. I see that I have a spreadsheet folder, so I click on that, open it up. Inside you'll find two spreadsheets. One is called the spreadsheet shell, the other is the answers only. I'm going to open both of those. The shell is the one we actually do our work in. The answers only spreadsheet gives us the correct answers so we know when we've got it right. I'm going to put the answers only spreadsheet out of the way for a minute. Take a look at the shell. We see that we have three yellow backlighted cells. Each of those cells is going to require that you build a formula to get the right answer. So I'm going to show you how to do this on the first backlighted cell and then leave the other two for you. So we're going to have to take a look at the comment in that cell. So I'm going to show the comment so I can look at it while I build the formula. We're going to calculate Bob's return R on an investment. So if we read the words up here in the problem, it says that Bob decides to invest by purchasing 100 shares of SYST stock. And we use the data below to calculate his return and his rate of return. We have the comment here that tells us that to calculate the return we need to add up all of the cash flows that are generated by the investment. We see here in cells C9 through 11 some information that's going to allow us to calculate the cash flows. We have the purchase price, which is going to be a negative cash flow since it's money going away from Bob. We have the selling share price, which when he sells the stock to end the investment, that's going to be a cash flow coming to Bob, so it's going to be a positive cash flow. And then we have the round trip broker fee. We hover over that cell. We can see the comment says the broker fee that Bob pays is $7 when he buys the stock and $7 when he sells. So that's going to be a negative cash flow since that's money going away from Bob. So you probably recall that to build a formula in Excel, you click in the cell and you put an equal sign in there and that starts the formula. Well, all we need to do is add up all of the cash flows. So let's take the first cash flow. That's when Bob buys 100 shares. So I'm going to put in 100 shares and then click the times star for the Excel formula, and then I'm going to reference the purchase price, which is $12.55, but since it's a negative cash flow I'm going to put a minus sign on it and then just reference the cell C9, which contains the share price $12.55. Now to make sure that Excel does that calculation, first I'm going to put parentheses around it. That just guarantees that Excel is going to multiply 100 times the contents of cell C9 before it does anything else in the formula. But I'm going to put a plus sign here now because we're going to add the next cash flow, which is going to occur when Bob ends the investment by selling his 100 shares. So once again, I'm going to put parentheses there and work inside those parentheses so that Excel will do that before it does the adding up. So it's 100 shares again times, but now the sales price is $13.50, and that's money coming to Bob, so it's a positive cash flow, so I don't put a negative sign in front of that. Got one more cash flow, so I say add that cash flow, and that's the $14, but remember that's a cash flow going out, so it needs to be negative, so I'm going to put a minus sign in front of that. I've got my formula all built, ready to close that, so I click on the green check mark and I get an answer returned of $81. So now I can go to the answers only spreadsheet and see that indeed that is the correct answer. That gives me some confidence that I've done that correctly. Okay, well, I'm going to leave those other two cells for you to work on. I'm going to close that comment so that's not in the way. But I need to save this. I'm going to show you how to upload your spreadsheet when you're ready for it to be graded. So I'm just going to save it on my desktop, and I'm going to follow the instructions and put my name in the title of the file I'm getting ready to save. That's Spreadsheet 1.1. I'm just going to save it right on my desktop where I'll know where it is when I'm ready to pick it up. So I save it. Okay, we go back into Moodle, and if we go back into the topic 1 area, we see that here we have a graded activity uplink. If I click on that, that's going to allow me to upload my file. Since I've already worked on this before, it just says edit submission. It doesn't say add submission. When you do this the first time, there will be a link there that says add submission. Since I've worked on this before, it says edit submission. That's going to allow me to go ahead and add that file. So I go here and I can click right on this icon and it'll allow me to browse on my desktop and find the file that I want to upload. There it is right here. So I attach that, I upload it. Okay, and so it's bringing that file into the assignment upload area. And notice that once that upload has taken place, I can see the files icon. That's how you're going to know that you've succeeded. And when I click Save Changes, then that shows me the file is there. So you'd always know whether or not you got the file uploaded or you didn't, because you can see the icon for it there. Now, as long as this says Edit Submission, I could click on that. Let me just show you this. I could click on Edit Submission, and if I didn't want that file there anymore, I decided I wanted to upload a different file. Until I've submitted it, I can still do that. I would just click on that and I could say delete that and say OK, and then I could go back and pick up a different file that I had made some additional work to. So until you submit your spreadsheet, you can always change it. You can go work on it some more, upload it again. Not until you hit the submit button will it be submitted for grading. So you do have to click on Save Changes. If you just move out of that page and you don't hit Save Changes, then you're not going to get that file uploaded. So hit Save Changes, click on that, and when it's been accomplished, you can see it says File Submissions, and there's the file that you put on there. Now you see it says Submit Assignment. When you click that Submit Assignment, it's going to be submitted, it's ready for grading, and you wouldn't be able to edit it any longer. Also, when you click on the Submit Assignment, it's going to send you an email to your email account telling you that you submitted it. So you're always going to want to hit the Submit Assignment when you're ready for it to be graded, and then you look in your email box and make sure that you got an email that said it was submitted. That way you'll have confidence that indeed it was submitted. Okay, so that's how you work with these workbooks. We'll have several of them before the course is all finished. Your first one here, you can open it up on January the 16th and finish up and submit it. We'll get it graded, and I'll send you a feedback file. You can go see what the feedback file says just by going back into the assignment area and clicking on it. And if there's a feedback file there, you'll be able to see it. You could open it up and see any feedback that I'd sent you. That's how we work with the spreadsheets in FIN 39.